Hello everyone, I'm Mathieu and this is a demonstration of Lumo, our new low-code interface for Meta API. So, to access Lumo, you have to click on Create a new spell and select Lumo Experience. So for this demonstration, we will connect to TMDB, retrieve some popular movies, and once we have found a movie with a rating greater than 7, we will return it and stop our automation. First, I will name our spell, demo Lumo, and I will use a block connector. So I will give you some insight for each blocks. At the start of your spell, you have a payload block, which contains all the data you will send each time you will do a request to your spell. So this data can be dynamic. So you can, for example, if you send a request from another tool, you can customize it, or it can also host some data coming from a webhook. So we can erase it for this example. We don't need it. And we will start with a block connector. We will looking for TMDB and the movie/popular endpoint. I will select it and we can see on the right a snippet of what we will get as data. I will add it. You have here on the right all the panel to configure all the settings for this connector. So I have here already my TMDB account, but you can add your own using an API key by clicking plus and filling this form. And I will just run it to see what data I will get from TMDB. So I have an object with the page and the result, which is an array containing 20 most popular movie at this time. So as we can see, if we explore it, we have here some popular movies. What we want to do right now is to iterate over this array to looking for a movie with great ratings. So we will use the vote average property to select a great movie. Let's create a loop. The loop is for iterating over each element in an array. I will name it. And I need to select an array to do this. So coming from this connector, I don't have an array, I have an object, and I need to select result inside this object. So right now you can select the result property directly from the blocks. That's something which coming very soon on our platform. Right now I will use a block function which allow you to write some code to extract the result from this connector. So I will add a new parameter. So I will say, okay, I want to connect to get popular and I want to return get popular dot result. So I will have inside this block an array and all the result from this connector. Okay, so I will go back to my loop. I will pick the right connector. And for each loop, we will give you two variables automatically seated, the index, which allow you to count over each element coming from a loop, and item, which will contain the object. So in our case, a movie. So we will need to add now a condition. So I will name it condition for a good movie. And we will select here the property we want to compare with a value. So like the result, we need to extract the vote average property inside the item I have here. Just to figure out, I would go back. So I will have a result inside the loop. I would have each time all these elements, and inside an element, I want to pick the vote average property. So create a new function. As a parameter, I will take the item right here. I can rename it, can say, hey, it's a movie. I will return a number. Say, okay, I want to return movie dot vote average. Perfect, and I will name it extract average from a movie. Perfect. So I can now select it as my condition, and I'll say I want it greater than 7, for example. If I meet a 7, I want to end my automation. So I will select the end block and say, and once you finish an automation, you can return some data because you can use it, for example, in your own system or in your own program, and you may want to return some data and say, okay, I want to return the current item. Otherwise, I want, for example, I will use another block function to, I will connect it to my item, say again, it's a movie, and I will just say console.log to just add some item inside my logs to say, okay, what movies didn't match my criteria. Okay, perfect, and logging some bad movies. Perfect, everything seems fine. Let's run it. So inside my result, I have one movie with a vote average greater than 7, so that's perfect. And I see I still have the as a log entry here my get popular blocks, and I have also two new item inside my logs because when we start to loop over the result, we have the first movie right here as a vote average below than 7, so it didn't match. So here in the condition, it go here, and then he moved to the next element. The second one, okay, also lower than 7, and the third one was the good one, so he meet the condition, he reached the end block and returned the result. So you have right now all the basis to build your own automation using Lumo, and we have some very exactive feature for the future. And for example, one on the release feature we have right now is you can move the blocks with drag and drops inside the interface. So stay tuned with some new features very soon, and we will release more video to help you creating new automation and new spells with Meta API. Thanks a lot. Bye.